Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be, narrating this unfortunate flight that was supposed to be just a quick little trip up top that mountain that you can see up there in the distance that's shaped different than the other ones around it. It's not a very good description. You'll see as we continue, but you can see that right here is just the takeoff and then, looping around to get coordinated with everyone. You can see the other planes that I'm flying with up in the top right corner of the screen. So this was a formation FPV flight. So you can see I kind of pointed out a cell phone tower that I noticed when I was driving up, but I didn't really think would be a problem until we decided to fly this way. That you will see became an issue in the OSD, or like the video in my goggles. Unfortunately my DVR didn't record this first part of the flight, which is a little bit unfortunate because it was actually good video, and then it gets pretty bad, like pretty much right when it starts recording. But you can see there's the Dart flying with a Volantix Ranger 1600, and then this is one of the guys that I was flying with point of view of this little formation. So I'm gonna try to leave his YouTube in the comments, or in the description if you guys want to go check that out. He's a much better pilot than me. Obviously, he's kind of staying right on us. I'm kind of in front because not very capable of, these guys are a lot more talented than I am. So you can see there's us three in this cool little shot. There's a Zephyr wing in the top right now. It's a pretty cool big wing, super stable. So this is the first failsafe that happened because of low RSSI on my Dragon Link. I'm not quite sure what's going on with it, but it's been getting worse and worse, so I don't really know. I'm gonna have to fix it, but you can see that the Dart just did a really sharp bank to go back home, and now everyone's just kind of following it. And then once I kind of regained my video that you can see in the top right, I was like, all right, well, let's put it back in fly-by-wire A and keep flying, which quite frankly was my fatal flaw, or one of many fatal flaws that I had on this flight. You can see in the OSD my RSSI is not working. It's been flashing 0% this entire time. I'm using MWOSD for my software on the minimum OSD, and for some reason it reads the parameter for RSSI incorrectly from the flight controller and gets really confused. So I'm gonna have to go in and write some code over what is already written in MWOSD to see if I can fix that issue. I'm pretty sure it's just pulling down the wrong parameter of the Mavlink data stream. So that shouldn't, I'm gonna work on that later. But you can see we're almost 2 miles out. We're about 1.5 miles. Just gaining some altitude, and obviously climbing to exactly 399.8 feet. So, this is a kind of a cool flight, or a cool little formation with the Dart. You can see it climbed up pretty quick there, once again to 399.8 feet. But you can see the mountain right in front of us is the mountain that we are flying to the top of, or the idea that we're going to fly to the top of. And then you can see that my plane just fail-safed again in the top right. It's going to do that a couple of times before it actually starts flying home, because I'm assuming the RSSI is probably about 15% here. And you'll see when it actually goes into return to home, because it starts getting really shaky. You can see it literally basically put itself into slow flight, slowed itself way down. You can see that I'm getting really poor video reception. Now I'm switching back just to the Dart's RunCam 3 that's on the front of it, because that's the last time that we actually flew formation. Those guys were, obviously trying to get some good long range in instead of, follow around my dart. So the next fatal flaw of this is that my return to launch is set up incorrectly, or my failsafe. So I decided that probably the issue was with my Dragon Link's transmitter antenna, so I switched it out, and when I turned the transmitter back on, it was not armed. The arm switch was off. So you can see, as it reconnects to the DVR on the top right, that it is disarmed and showing all the flight statistics. And at this point, it's declining, or in altitude, it's descending in altitude, because I'm not connected to it and I can't rearm it. Luckily, I'm pretty sure it's in fly-by-wire A, just because it hasn't just dive bombed out of the sky. It's actually maintaining its vertical limits set by Ardupilot. So that right there is basically the last time that I see a full picture of the ZOHD and everything, so it's kind of difficult to find it when I went to go look for it. But you can see we're just going down, motor's off, and we land in a tree, and that's basically it. So don't do that.